So now in this module, we'll start looking at the attribute tool, and attributes can be used to add dynamic information in our AutoCAD blocks. So I will explain it with the help of window block, which I will use in this drawing. And in this case, we have these two window drawings and they are simply made with lines and they are not yet a block. And we'll create some attribute information and then we'll convert it into a block and then we'll insert it in the drawing. So to add the attributes, go to this block panel and select this define attributes tool. So either you can select this tool from the expanded block panel or you can also use its command equivalent ATT. So you can simply type ATT on the command line and press enter to access this attribute definition window. Now in this window, we need to define the properties of the attribute, and I'll start with the tag. So the tag will be the identifier which will be used instead of the actual attribute information, and it will always be in uppercase. Even if you add it in lowercase, it will be converted into an uppercase value. So I'll type dim as tag and dim for dimensions of the window. In the prompt, we need to enter the prompt which we want to see on the insert attribute window. So I'll select enter window size. And now here in the default field, you need to enter the default value which you want to see in case no attribute value has been added. So I'll keep this value as A cross B. So that will be the default value for this case. Now here we have some text related settings. The first one is justification. So I'll select this middle center text justification and we'll see it in a moment how this middle center justification is used. And also we have the text style, which is standard. If you have more styles, it will show up in this list and you can select from that. Also, we don't want it to be annotative, so I'll keep it unchecked. And the height of text. So you can apply a height. In this case, the height is set to 6 inches. And here this double inverted comma sign indicates that it's an inch symbol. And also if you don't want to add this text height in the text value, you can add it dynamically by clicking on this box and you can specify the height. For example, you can click on this box and click at 2 distinct points in the drawing area and that length will be used here. So obviously we don't want this. We'll simply add 6 inches as the text height. Now we have the rotation angle, which I'll keep at 0. I'll not change this value. And now let's look at this mode option. So here make sure that lock position is checked. And when you keep this lock position checked, the attribute value will remain fixed with respect to the block. Also, we have this preset value which should be unchecked, because if you keep this value checked, the default value will be used directly and it will not prompt for any value. And also make sure specify on screen is checked. So with these settings, click on OK. And now specify the place where you want to put this. So I'll just go to the midpoint of this line and I'll turn on this object snap, go to midpoint but don't click. Now move it a little bit upwards and click somewhere over here. Now, as soon as I clicked, you'll notice that the complete text will move to align its center point at the point where I clicked. So that's because of middle center justification. So in simple terms, the point which I clicked will be the middle center point of the complete text. Now we have created this attribute definition. We can add one more over here, or we can simply copy this one at this place. So I'll do this thing. I'll copy it. Select the copy tool, select the attribute, and now copy it to this place here. Now press escape and here we have it. Now the attributes are added. But in order to identify these different attributes, I'll simply double click on the second one and this edit attribute definition window will pop up. From here, I'll just change the value of this attribute and I'll change its tag name to dim1. And you can also see that you can change the value of prompt and also the default values. So you can obviously change these fields if required. Now with these changes, click on OK. And here we have this dim1 attribute.